Getting access to a hospital like this is pretty rare. It is what our health correspondent Owain Clark has managed to get, and this is his story of 24 hours at Morriston.
Okay, are you going? Yeah. No, am I you that one?
The upsetting reality of NHS emergency care in 2025. It's late afternoon and the A&E here at Morriston is rammed.
Another cubicle full, another cubicle full, cubicle full, and then 3 now trolleys in the middle of this corridor. Is that unusual?
So it hasn't been unusual for us for quite some time now. Unfortunately, when you haven't got the flow in the hospital, this is what we end up with. The best way I can explain it to you is like having that sink with the running water, but you leave the plug in.
Nobody at all should wait in an emergency department more than 12 hours, but Simon David Morris, who's a serious infection in both legs and in a lot of pain, has been here for 4 days.
I'd rather be stuck here and be stuck out in the corridor.
What do you say for the staff?
Yeah. The staff have been brilliant to me.
At least Simon's in a cubicle, meaning he has some privacy. Others aren't so fortunate, which is also a safety risk.
We shouldn't have patients in the middle of trolley bays because of the risk that they can have a cardiac arrest, and how we reach them, how we get the oxygen into them, and how we treat them. First of all, it's not dignified because the patient is in the middle, everybody can see them, so they are not in a proper place.
The truth is, for each patient already here, if a more critical one turns up, they'll get priority. And with the rest of the hospital full to bursting, there's little space to move people on, as I found out when I joined the hospital staff meeting 8 hours earlier at 9 o'clock that morning.
We do need to get those times down, though.
Across the hospital, 85 patients are waiting for beds on the wards, with very few confirmed to be leaving.
Thank you for all your efforts that you've done this week. It's been really tough.
And sometimes even seemingly trivial issues can be a big barrier to getting patients home.
Having your house keys with you when you're in hospital is surprisingly uncommon. So then when we turn around and we think we've got everything ready, it's those little things that can be a breaking hurdle for us. A bit like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube that is trying to fight back against you.
But teams across the hospital and in the community are working hard to try to protect A&E by trying to divert patients to other parts of the hospital and treat them on the same day, or by shortening some hospital stays by more than a week. But there's also an appeal to families to help where they can.
As soon as somebody comes into hospital, they have a bag packed for overnight stay. We need to change that mindset that when people come into hospital, they're not here to stay. As soon as they're medically fit, which could be a couple of hours, a couple of days, they should be returning home. We often have patients that come into hospital, the family might go on holiday, they might renovate their bathrooms while they're here, and that adds length of stay, and then those patients might pick up infections.
Horrendous. Worst, I've never, and the noise he made was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
Nathan Davis fell down some steps and tore his ligament. He decided not to go to A&E but phone his out-of-hours service instead. He had surgery yesterday and is leaving today.
I think it's gone past breaking point. You can see it's a very, they are stretched. Yeah. But they have been brilliant. They have, there's a lot of praise of it. People, every person I've met has helped.
So the message about overwhelmed A&Es is hitting home. But despite all of the efforts, patients keep flowing in.
And we've got at least 8 ambulances outside.
It's 4:45 in the afternoon and back in A&E the department's still log-jammed, with several ambulances queuing to transfer their patients. One has been there since 8:45 in the morning.
It's awful. Just last week I brought a patient in and returned the following day to the same patient. It's a long time. Still in the ambulance. It's awful. It's sad. It's quite frustrating for us as crews.
Both outside and inside A&E, patients appreciate that staff, faced with massive challenges, are trying to do what they can.
We do the best that we can do to the patients, but obviously the best is not good enough.
And sadly he knows the strain will be just as intense tomorrow, the day after, and indeed not just in winter, but throughout the year.